The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Michigan State's offense will have the ball first. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that homer a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we...
Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double teamed because they can't block him.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, running back gets the give. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20, pick up a 5 to the 19. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And
the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and longs.
Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one... should have been an INT.
Wants to throw. It's Figueroa. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smalls. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking for the end zone. And And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Hout. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Big. boys. Big house trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Michigan offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. There he goes! And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Howe. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The Spartans send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been nothing short of spectacular. So far, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Marsh. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Figueroa. That's caught, it's Hansen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Quarterback may change this route. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hansen. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Wolverines are on the move. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting for...
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Looking for a man. It's out. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown it in completion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence.
Touchdown, Wolverine! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The give on the option. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the 1st down. 4th down coming. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Fires to the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're talking about ranking trophies.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kick is in the air. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him.
Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Figueroa. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Michigan State, 0.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Luck. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. That's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Jones wants to throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. The give out of the gun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. Jones to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down in the 17. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Here's the handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Handoff from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
They go to the ground. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fires to the big fella. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Got his man quickly. Turns it on at midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. This offense has been suffocated by a sea of maize and blue, reminiscent of what the national champion Wolverine D did in '97, holding their opponents to single digits.
And it's at every level. I mean, just a great job being physical up front, locking down in the secondary. Michigan defenses are always on point. They don't give up silly, stupid plays. They just don't do that.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Right back to the well. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards.
There he goes. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.